What we're marking here today is our mentoring handbook, and we felt that this is a potentially really important resource because it outlines in a simple and accessible way what our scheme is about, how it works, some of the impact it's had on both mentors and mentees. So I think this is a major event, and it puts a mark down for 10 years of our scheme. One of the major milestones during that 10 years was when we obtained NIHR funding 5 years ago, and that was announced at a meeting in Newcastle, so it seems appropriate that we should be celebrating 10 years of the scheme back in Newcastle.
Well, the mentoring scheme is something of which the Academy is extremely proud. We believe we have a critical role in stimulating the next generation of medical scientists.
Well, the mentoring scheme is a way of the Academy supporting postdoctoral clinical academics who are on the cusp of an independent research career.
I think there's no doubt that becoming a clinical academic is hard work. There are so many demands on your time because you have to complete your clinical training, you're trying to compete for highly prestigious fellowships often, trying to struggle to get grant money, establish your scientific independence. And to have someone who's prepared to take an overview of what you're doing and perhaps prevent you from making mistakes, I think is incredibly useful.
I think my experience of mentoring has been a really fantastic experience. I think it's helped me a lot because, especially in my earlier job, I did feel quite isolated sometimes, being probably one of the only young dental academics.
One of the really beneficial things at the beginning was I sat down with my mentor and spoke about all the potential things I could do, and he very quickly focused on the things that he saw had both value scientifically, but more importantly would make me supportable by organisations that would want to support an academic. So that was a very, very useful perspective to have on it.
Because of the mentoring scheme, my life is certainly more structured. I know what my priorities are from a research point of view, from a clinical point of view. My advice for mentees is that you get out what you put in. A small amount of preparation can go a very long way. My advice for mentors is not to hold back, is to be very straight and honest about what you feel about a mentee's career development and about where they're best to use their time and spend their time and what they're best to do.
The Academy's mentoring scheme offers a model that could be used for establishing other forms of mentorship elsewhere. It's a good template, it's a good model, it works, and I know that the officers of the Academy are very happy to offer information on how it's structured and how it's organised to those that might want to use it in other settings.
The Academy scheme, the people who run it now have a lot of experience, which is fantastic. We get some really enthusiastic feedback from mentees on the scheme, and the people at the Academy are constantly trying to develop and improve the scheme as well, which is why NIHR is happy to provide some funding for this.
It's a dual relationship, but we can't do this without the strength of the Academy and the way that the fellowship commit to the programme.